Hey, it's Chris Kruger coming at you from sunny Southern California. And instead of making a video at a beach with a bunch of models or a fancy infomercial with actors in spandex, I'm standing right here on this high school track. You'll see why in just a minute. First, here's my no hype promise to you. Watch this video to the end, and I'm going to separate fact from fiction to give you the raw truth about how I dropped 47 pounds of fat and 9 inches from my waist to get my abs and my life back, and how you can follow the same proven path of health and fitness to transform your body in just 69 days. So you can finally look your best, feel your best, and be your best. All without any pills, powders, protein bars, vitamins and supplements, or extreme workout DVDs. In fact, if you simply do what I say in this short video and put it into action like over 10,000 people have before you, you'll discover that there really is a step-by-step system to a fit, fast, and strong body that works for everybody that applies it. Because I'm going to strip back all the slick diet magazine marketing tricks and prove it. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, in your 20s or your 60s, whether you want to lose 10 pounds or 50 plus pounds of fat, or pack on lean muscle that you didn't think your body could ever give you. Or even if you're convinced you've got the worst metabolism or genetics for ever getting the flat, toned stomach or ripped abs you want to see in the mirror. This will work for you in just 69 days if you follow the steps. So who the heck am I to make such a huge promise? Like I said, my name is Chris Kruger, and when I tell you about the proven path to health and fitness, I'm not just spouting theory, because I wasn't always a certified fitness trainer with over 24 million YouTube hits and thousands of success stories around the world. Just a few short years ago, I was clinically obese. I'll never forget the day it started, September 9th, 2009. I was at work. They asked me to move a heavy, awkward load, and suddenly I could barely move. From the stabbing pain in my lower back, I knew it was bad, even before the MRI results came in. 2 herniated discs in my lumbar spine. What happened next is still too embarrassing to relive, even today. And it's scary how fast it happened. In just a matter of months, I went from an energetic and active college football coach to living like a piece of furniture, slouched in front of the TV, eating In-N-Out burgers, ranch-soaked pizza, and Oreos. It was like my own personal version of that documentary Super Size Me. My weight skyrocketed as my waistline bulged. At first, I could blame the pain. Some nights it was so bad, I could barely stand upright. I'd have to walk my hands along the wall for support just to make it to the bathroom. Yet, even as the back pain subsided and my doctor cleared me to go back to my normal life again, there I was, still glued to the couch, stuck in the same downward spiral of binge eating, self-loathing, and depression. Maybe you can relate if you've ever reached a point where you feel like your weight is cheating you out of the happiness you deserve, driving a wedge between you and the fun things you want to be doing, the people you want to do them with, and all you can do is sink into the sofa and watch that gap grow wider and deeper. That's exactly how I felt at my own personal rock bottom, when some close friends who hadn't seen me in a while invited me to go clubbing and partying with them on Halloween night. I wanted to go. In fact, I needed to go, but after being cooped up in my tiny apartment eating crap for far too long, but I was too ashamed to even face them. After all, it felt like the only appropriate costume for me would be the Blob, because by then I was officially an obese American, weighing in at 253 pounds, spending most of my time in sweatpants since those were the only pants that could possibly fit me comfortably. And when I turned down their invitation, only to see their photos online and hear about how much fun they'd had without me, it drove home just how little I was getting out of life. The crazy thing is, I knew exactly what I needed to do to break out of this vicious cycle anytime I wanted, like a prisoner with the key to my own cell just hanging right there on the wall. All I had to do was follow the same proven path to health and fitness that I'd already perfected before to build myself up from a 20-year-old, skinny fat, wimpy weakling fed up with failure who couldn't do a single pull-up to save his life, to loving life as a six-pack, fit, fast, and strong, all-natural athlete. The same system that quickly helped 2 of my best high school buddies burn over 80 pounds of fat each and transform their bodies. The same path and the same plan I'd already shared with people all around the world as a certified strength and conditioning specialist, and that I finally started following again from scratch the day after Thanksgiving, step by step, to shed 47 pounds of ugly, gross, sweaty fat and go from this,
I really don't understand how anyone could live like this,
to this by Super Bowl Sunday, all in just 69 days. You can imagine the skeptical looks I got when I started out telling people I was going to get into the best shape of my life in just 69 days. And it's hard to blame them. Knowing about my back injury and the fat slug I turned into, my friends and even my family members couldn't believe that that kind of transformation could happen in less than 10 weeks' time. In fact, just about everybody doubted my plan besides me and the people that I'd already shared it with. I knew from watching it work that if I simply followed this proven plan and stuck to it, there was no way I could fail. I call this plan MySixPackLife because it's not only about getting ripped and toned, it's not only about getting a flat stomach or great abs, it's about becoming better at life, about looking your best, and at the same time feeling your best and being your best, becoming more energetic, enthusiastic, active and productive, and optimistic and empowered than you may have ever dreamed. Now, these kind of results may sound almost too good to be real, and that's why I realized the only way to prove that this kind of night and day transformation is both possible and even inevitable when you follow it exactly as it's written would be to film it and put it up on YouTube for the entire world to watch. Now, over 24 million views on my channel later, men and women have committed to following the same path to their best body ever all over the world. I never get tired of reading the emails that hit my inbox daily with success stories from folks from all kinds of different ages, backgrounds, and situations, especially because their success isn't due to any magic cocktail of genetics, skill, or luck. And that's why I'm shooting this video right here from this outdoor track near my house rather than a beach or a fancy soundstage. Because the truth is, there really is one proven path to your own six-pack life that works for everyone who commits and follows it step by step to the letter. Just as reliably as following this track from right here to the finish line. If I told you to start here and go around this quarter-mile loop 4 times, would you be surprised when you came full circle and you completed a mile? Of course not. That's why the MySixPackLife program isn't just a bunch of instructions or random workouts. It's a 69-day roadmap. Follow the map and it will take you step by step to the body and life you desire and deserve as efficiently and effectively as humanly possible. And that's critical to your success, because here's the real reason I see people fail to lose weight again and again, even when they're focused and committed to doing whatever it takes. Rather than having a plan, a roadmap right from the beginning that includes everything you need, diet books and magazines, celebrity endorsed TV infomercials, and online hype get people caught up in what I call the trial and error trap. I see this all the time from people who see my videos and email me to ask whether they should buy this hot new supplement or ab rocket gadget or gizmo that they saw on late night TV. And these ads and magazine articles try to get you caught up trying this thing and that thing and the other thing. Pretty soon, it's like you've got fitness ADD and there's nothing tying it all together. You're just getting pulled in 100 different directions, and that's the worst thing you can do, because the trial and error trap is just a recipe for repeatedly failing on purpose. You try something, it doesn't work, you're frustrated. You try something else, it doesn't work, you're frustrated. You try something else, it doesn't work, and you quit. Then you end up on the couch eating microwave pizza rolls, getting fat and hating life. Don't do that. The worst part about this whole trial and error trap is almost all, yes that's right, all of these extreme diets and fitness fads you get hammered with every week are invented by marketers, not fitness pros or nutritionists. It's all one big billion-dollar bait and switch. And here's how crazy this really gets. When I first moved to Los Angeles years ago, I went on some TV commercial auditions. And just about every month it seemed like I was getting a call to go to this audition for a machine called Bowflex. So when I get to the auditions, who do I see there? It's 40 guys from my gym who are doing the same kinds of workouts I do, who have never used, bought, purchased, or ever seen a Bowflex in person before. And they're all trying out for the same commercial. That's the marketing MO for these companies. They get out and hire these model type guys and girls or even celebrities who look all ripped, athletic, and toned. Yet these workout machines and gadgets and supplements have absolutely nothing to do with how they got that way. The bottom line is, forget trial and error. And now that you see what's really going on behind the scenes, don't get sucked into trying the ab circle, the ab walk, the ab lounge, the ab belt, the ab roller, the ab rocket, whatever it's called this week, just because some fitness model or celebrity is cashing a paycheck for standing in the same room with it. Remember, no matter how hyped up it is, that's not really how they got their abs. Now, don't feel guilty if you've already got a couple of these gadgets or gizmos gathering dust under your bed. Just don't do it again, because you know what they say about doing something again and again and expecting a different result. It's called insanity, which coincidentally is the name of another big-time infomercial right now. So what are all these ripped people in TV and magazine ads actually doing to get those bodies? Believe me, it's nothing to do with supplements. I haven't taken a single supplement of any kind since 2008, and I look and feel better than ever. Now, I've spent years in LA gyms watching how these actors, fitness models, and athletes really train when the cameras aren't running and nobody's cutting them an endorsement check. And I can tell you, they're all following the same fundamental principles behind the MySixPackLife 69-day program. If you've seen any of my videos, you know that means just two basic things: the right training using simple, cheap, free weights, and the right nutrition. It sounds simple, yet so many people end up doing the wrong things, getting frustrated and giving up, all because they didn't have the right plan to tie it all together. That's why when I put the first version of my unique 69-day plan together as a 20-year-old weakling, I drew on proven principles of peak performance, learned and witnessed in real life from athletic performance specialists, personal trainers, and even a former strength conditioning coach from the Bulgarian national team. These were pros that won and lost and earned their livings from actual results, not sponsorships and spin. And it's the reason MySixPackLife puts this entire plan I've now spent 10 years proving and perfecting into one step-by-step sequence. You don't have to question or think about it or wonder if it works. You just have to do it. I'll take you inside the MySixPackLife training program in just a minute. But first, I wanted to take a moment and myth bust a few of the excuses I hear most often. Because, like the trial and error trap, none of these excuses are your fault. They're all over every fad diet and extreme fitness infomercial. Yet, you need to see these diet industry approved excuses for the lies they truly are if you want to start fresh with no hang-ups holding you back. The first one is for the ladies, and the other two apply to everyone. So the excuse I hear from a lot of women is, Chris, weight training sounds great, but I don't want to get too bulky. Women, let me assure you, my program will not make you too bulky. Millions of dollars in diet marketing has successfully convinced many women today that they need special training programs and diets just for women. Even online, you've probably seen these diet ads that say, men click here, women click here. The truth is, this is nothing except empty advertising hype. Because whether you click men or women, it's the same ad selling the same product. The fittest actresses and models in the world have quietly been using weights for years to avoid that dreaded skinny fat look and cellulite and build muscle that's toned, firm, shapely, and sexy. In fact, here's a vintage photo of Marilyn Monroe at the height of her career working out on a weight bench. The only women who ever get too bulky are professional female bodybuilders who are shooting themselves up with, surprise, male hormones, testosterone. Your body naturally won't go there. The second big excuse I hear from everybody is, Chris, I'm not sure this will work for me because I have bad genetics or a slow metabolism. Again, the diet marketers have been pushing this one hard just so they can supposedly turn around and sell you the magic supplement cure for bad genetics that are keeping you from burning fat and building muscle. Yet this excuse is, surprise, totally bogus. Think about it. Your genetics have by this point survived countless generations of survival of the fittest. That means they aren't just good, they're exceptional. And before fast food and TVs with thousands of channels and all that other stuff that really makes us fat, were your great-great-grandparents fat? Were your ancestors fat 300, 500, or even 1,000 years ago? Hint, probably not. Sure, you may not have the genetic code of a super athlete. I know I'll never be as tall as Shaquille O'Neal, or jump as high as LeBron, or swim as fast as Michael Phelps. Yet you only need to achieve your best, and your goal should be nothing less than your absolute full potential. So be honest. Are you living at or even near your full potential right now as you're watching this? If your answer is no, then stop blaming your genetics right now. Now, this third excuse might be the biggest one of all. Chris, I want to get fit, fast, and strong, but I don't have the time. Extreme fitness ads prey on this excuse all the time, promising you can get the flat stomach and ripped abs of your dreams in just 5 minutes a day. Of course, the truth is that getting actual results, not just feeling a burn, I mean actual results that you can see and feel, takes longer than a few minutes a day. But you don't need to, and you shouldn't, spend all your time in the gym. Tops, I train 4 hours a week. That's including warming up and cooling down. Yes, that's longer than all the Ab Rocket 5000 marketers promise, but you'll quickly discover the time you invest in your MySixPackLife transformation pays you back every minute and every moment with interest. Because when you're in the best shape possible, you have the optimism, energy, and enthusiasm for what's most important to you. To be better at work, to be a better parent, a better student, or just all around better at life. And here's exactly how you're going to get there. From wherever you are right now to looking, feeling, and being your best. all in the next 69 days. The first step is the right nutrition. And don't worry, this is not another confusing, impossible to follow diet with endless rules or an extreme system where you have to stop eating all carbs overnight. In fact, it all comes down to a simple list that I call the Nutrition 10 that puts you on the right track from day one with frequent, filling meals that deliver all the nutrients you need to fuel your transformation. There's no room for confusion. How many meals to eat and serving sizes, eating on the go, it's all covered in plain English. You're even getting my own personal grocery list that I keep stored on my phone for quick and painless shopping. It stocks you up with everything you need for a week's worth of meals without breaking the bank. If you've ever dreaded having to count calories or points every time you want to take a bit of food, or squinting at food labels, struggling to decipher what you're allowed to eat, then the Nutrition 10 will instantly take the stress out of eating. All the right foods, in the right portions, at the right times. It's all covered. You won't be starving yourself either. In fact, to keep your metabolism in maximum gear, you should be eating up to 6 times a day and a bedtime snack if you want. Plus, a reward meal every Sunday isn't optional, it's required. Now the best part is, the Nutrition 10 plan can be quickly custom tailored to match your own unique needs and goals. Simply select one of the 5 nutrition profiles: Blaze, Burn, Balance, Build, or Boost. Match it up with your goal weight on the chart and you get an easy blueprint for how much to eat and when to eat it. Each profile is precision targeted to deliver the right amount of calories, whether you need to burn 40 plus pounds of fat like I did, melt a stubborn last 10, or put an end to being skinny fat and pack on new lean muscle right now. And feel free to change up your nutrition profile at any time too. When you complete your transformation and you just want to maintain, all you need to do is pick a new target and follow the plan. Now that you have your nutrition dialed in, you're ready for the next step, the right training. There's no fancy equipment required, just the basics any gym is guaranteed to have, like a set of dumbbells and a pull-up bar. Joining a gym makes it easy, but it's not required. You can put together your own basic home gym at a low cost if you choose. Again, you won't be spending all day in the gym because the MySixPackLife training only takes 4 hours total per week, including warming up and cooling down. 3 days a week, you have a 40-minute free weight training session with 2 20-minute sessions of my super efficient fourth quarter cardio on the in-between days. You can fit these routines into your daily schedule anytime you want. Personally, I like to knock them out first thing in the morning before breakfast to start the day off with a burst of fresh energy. Just like the nutrition, there's no guesswork. Everything is covered. From the exact exercises to do each day and how to know you're doing them right, the precise number of sets and reps, and the rest and recovery that you need to maximize gains and minimize soreness. And by the way, one thing you won't be doing is endless sit-ups or crunches, even as your abs start looking better than ever. In fact, abs first training is one thing I see many people get wrong right from the start that sabotages their success. That's why you'll notice your MySixPackLife training week always starts out with the practically ignored set of muscles that should be your first priority in the gym, your legs. Believe it or not, the big muscles in your legs, your quadriceps, your glutes, and your hamstrings are actually the easiest place to see gains right away that look great and help you spike your metabolism with every added ounce of lean muscle mass. Once you get started off with the right foundation on Monday, then you move on to the big muscles of your upper body, your back, your lats, your traps, and your chest. Abs along with arms come last, and you end up with a balanced body that looks and performs better than you could have ever hoped for, putting your training into the wrong muscle groups. And remember, the training at every stage is designed to adapt completely to your current level of fitness and help you to continually improve week by week over the 69 days. There's no minimum weight you have to start off with or minimum level of fitness required. Start with 5-pound weights if you need to and build up from there. It's not where you start that matters, it's where you are on day 69 and beyond. Because this isn't just about ripped abs. It's never about being the biggest or the strongest. It's about being your best and pushing that to your maximum potential step by step. It's about increasing your quality of life because you're a fit, fast, and strong, all-natural athlete with supercharged confidence and energy as you start giving your body what it needs and what it wants. That's the biggest change you'll notice. Even before your transformation starts being obvious in the mirror, rather than tiring you out, your new nutrition and training will give you a surge of energy more effective than any energy drink or supplement could ever promise you. It takes a lot of people by surprise. They think that getting in the best shape of their lives will be a grind. The truth is, the grind is being less than your best. The grind is being out of shape and settling for mediocrity, feeling so sluggish and slow that you need superhuman doses of caffeine just to get out of bed or off the couch. In fact, I've got this one friend who recently started the program, and his car used to be just littered with energy drinks. I'm not kidding. It looked like he was going to the recycling plant or something, and he used to need all that just to get through the day. The other day, though, he told me that after starting the training, he didn't feel like he even needed them anymore, period. So not only has he burned about 20 pounds of fat in the first 3 weeks of the program, he saved about 80 bucks on those ridiculous energy drinks. And this isn't some weird side effect. I've seen this again and again. Your entire body just starts clicking into gear, getting more efficient and more energized. You sleep better, you work better, and you play better. Your whole life lifts up as you reach toward your potential. Just imagine for a second how much you can transform in the next 69 days. My Six-Pack Life is the same exact step-by-step system I personally use both to transform myself from a skinny fat weakling at age 20 and to drop 47 pounds of fat and 9 inches from my waistline. And it's the same program that over 10,000 men and women around the world have already tapped in to transform their bodies on every continent except Antarctica. Here are just a few more emails I've gotten in the last few months alone. Brian, a father and business owner in Southern California, is down 2 belt loops after just 2 weeks on the program. My friend Dave called yesterday to tell me that he burned enough fat and gained enough muscle to lower his body fat by 5 percentage points in his first 10 days on the program. And Dan in Michigan emailed me a few days ago to let me know that he burned off 14 pounds of fat in less than 2 weeks. And in Mississippi, one dedicated dude just burned up 6 pounds of body fat in the first week on the program and reports that he can already feel the transformation momentum building. Plus, let's not forget the ladies. In California, this mother-daughter team has burned through 16 pounds of body fat in just 4 weeks. And they say they're both loving the results and feeling better in their first month. I've seen the results so many times, I can confidently look you in the eye right here and tell you the My Six-Pack Life program works for everyone who follows the steps. Again, you don't have to question it. You don't have to add anything to it like supplements or extreme equipment. It includes everything you need to transform your body in just 69 days from right now. That's less than 2.5 short months away. In fact, your finish line date is right underneath the video. The date when you'll have gone through every step of the Nutrition 10 and training plan, ready to take your after picture and have the proof of your own transformation right in front of you. The only catch is to see these same kind of results in your own body and your own life. In order to meet the date and take that photo, you have to decide now to make it happen. If you're watching right now, you're ready to do this. You've already taken the first steps. The only catch is to see these same kinds of results in your own body and your own life. In order to meet that date and take the photo, you have to decide now to make it happen. If you're watching right now, you're ready for this. You've already taken the first steps. You've seen the dirty lies behind the biggest excuses that hold you back. You've seen how and why the My Six-Pack Life program works for everyone that applies it, not just a special few. Now you just need to take the next step to mark the date of your transformation today. And it's easy to keep going right now, because right now you can dive right into the program, the right training and the right nutrition with My Six-Pack Life for just one payment of $47. I'm not going to play around with the price like some extreme fitness infomercial pitchman and spend 5 minutes telling you it's not $10,000, it's not $500, it's just 3 easy payments of fill in the blank, blah, blah, blah. Now it's just one payment of $47, plain and simple. And it includes everything you need to get started today with no fine print or hidden surprises. You don't need to buy any supplements, you don't need a personal trainer, because the program has you covered step by step. And you don't need any fancy equipment, just the commitment and determination to know that you want this, see that that's it right in front of you, and to grab it. Just click the big orange add to cart button right underneath this video to go straight to the quick start checkout page, and you'll get instant online access to everything I've told you about on the other side. So there's no waiting and there's no risk, because if you're not totally satisfied, you're covered by my 100% no questions asked refund guarantee. Just like the program itself, my promise to you is simple. Your experience with My Six-Pack Life must live up to your highest expectations and deliver the transformation that you desire and deserve. And if you're anything less than completely thrilled, all you have to do is to tell me, and I'll immediately return every penny you paid. I will only keep your money if it comes with your success story. Otherwise, I insist you take it back. I'm happy to take all the risk here so you can feel confident starting your transformation today with nothing standing in your way. Now it's your move. You need to take this next step. Only you can make it happen. Remember, the best time to transform isn't your birthday or New Year's Day or your high school reunion. The best time to look, feel, and be your best is always right now. And now that you have a step-by-step program to take you there, the only question left is, what are you going to do about it? I hope you agree you need to do something, and there are only a few paths you can try to take from here. You may do what some people do and put it off, just for a few more days, which quickly turns into months and then years, never knowing how far you could have come or what it truly feels like to live your best life possible, fit, fast, and strong. Or you could use the tips and advice I've already shared with you in this video to try to figure it out all on your own. And who knows, you might have some success. Or you can skip the learning curve and take advantage of the step-by-step path to true health and fitness waiting for you on the other side of this page inside My Six Pack Life. I hope you choose option 3, because there are 2 ways I see people start to change their lives. One starts with fear, when you realize you're right at the brink of that moment when it's too late to turn around, and the other starts with pride, with the conviction and commitment that you deserve better, and you finally have the step-by-step plan to take you there. Make it your choice, because you refuse to let another day go by without striving to look, feel, and be your best, and to live your best life possible. Circle the date below the video on your calendar and click the Add to Cart button to start now, and I'll see you inside My Six Pack Life. Make it happen.